Hello everyone. Can you guys believe that somehow it is already May? I feel like 2026 has been flying by. I feel like April flew by. I mean, obviously part of that is probably because I was just so busy moving for most of the month, but I cannot believe we're already into May and so far through 2026. But the exciting part about it being May is that it's time to do our April empties roundups and replacements. So in this box, I have all of my April empties. We have quite a few to go through. So figured we go through them. I talk about my opinions on them and then show you guys what I'm going to be replacing them with. Okay, let's start with two that I don't have the direct replacements with me at this moment. The first one is the DW Home. This is their Rose Ganache scented candle. Okay, you guys. Here's the thing, if you guys are on like the TikTok Project Pan side of things, you probably know Green Girl. I believe her real name is Mary, but this is her favorite scent ever from DW Home. It's like her favorite home scent for like house sprays and candles and all that. So after seeing her talk about it so much and like all the hype, I was like, oh my gosh, I need to find this candle. And it's taken me probably almost like a year or so to actually find it in a Marshall's. So I was so excited when I found it. I smelled it. I was like, wow, this smells delicious. I'm so excited. Because here's the thing, I'm not normally a huge rose scented fan, only because I feel like rose can lean a little old lady-ish sometimes. So I was excited to find that I actually liked this as a rose scent. The rose is a lot more subtle in it, and it's wrapped in like a very, very creamy scent, which like softens it and I think makes it a little bit more youthful of a scent. But here's the thing, y'all. Unfortunately, I was kind of disappointed by this candle, only because when it was lit, I feel like the projection of it was just not as strong as I like from a candle. In my old apartment, it was such a small apartment, and when it was lit, it was very hit or miss, or if you could actually smell it throughout the apartment or not. Sometimes you could smell it in my bedroom, but it just did not fill the space like how I like a candle to. So unfortunately, this was so hyped for me, but I'm a little disappointed, I'm not gonna lie. So to replace it, I can't show you guys the replacement because I have it burning right now and the whole jar is so hot. But I'm replacing it with a Target candle. I believe the scent is Emerald Amazon. And then for another thing that I don't have the backup or replacement with me, so I used up my first ever Bath and Body Works car fragrance refill. This was in the 'Tis the Season scent, which it says is a holiday favorite. Okay, so I saw these at Bath and Body Works, I want to say around Christmas time, around the holiday season, and I was so excited for these because I was like, oh, my car is gonna smell nice. I know some of these scents and I love some of these scents. I would just love for my car to smell good and smell like them. And here's the thing, I don't like have it attached, like I pulled just the sticker off, but it's an oil-based product. So that being said, unfortunately, at least in my experience, unless I'm like doing it wrong and it's user error, I felt like it only ever projected the scent when it was really, really hot in my car, and like pretty hot, like not just warm, but the oil itself was evaporating. I feel like you got no scent off of it, which was really disappointing. So I would love this if it was like a car like fragrance that you could smell all the time. So I think I just need to find a different system for that, because unfortunately this like they just aren't worth the money, like the Bath and Body Works type money, to not really be able to smell the product. But I do have quite a few of these as backups because I got excited and bought quite a few during a sale that they were having. So I have, I think it's this sweet orange and agave one that I switch it out for in my car. And I'm not gonna lie, the sweet orange and agave one, I love the scent, but somehow I think it's been even worse than this one, because since swapping it out, I literally have not smelled the other one at all since switching it out. Next, let's go through the little sample size packet products that I went to. So first and foremost, I went through the Hask. This was their shampoo and conditioner in their repair line. It has argan oil in it. It says that it targets, damage, and strengthens. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, this was not super, super memorable for me. I want to say that the shampoo was like really just kind of average, not memorable for me. If I remember correctly, I did like the conditioner and felt like it left my hair feeling pretty soft. And I feel like my takeaway was like, if I was really in a pinch and like had ran out of all my shampoos and conditioners and was like in the drugstore and needed to pick something up, I would definitely pick these up because they felt nice on the hair. But I do have products that I like better than these, so I would not go out of my way to replace these products specifically. And then I used the Glow Recipe LHA and AHA exfoliating toner pads. So here's the thing. With products like this and the shampoo and conditioner, like off of one use, you're never going to develop super strong feelings about these products. So like for this one, like it was perfectly fine. I don't think I really noticed a huge difference in my skin after using it. That being said, it didn't worsen my skin, and I do have a little bit more sensitive skin. So like I didn't notice increased redness, breakout sensitivity, anything like that, but it also didn't change my skin or better my skin. And here's the thing about these specifically. I like toner pads because I just like them as a concept and the, what's the word I'm looking for? Convenience of them. But when I'm looking for convenience in a product, I don't want it to be a product that I have to leave on my skin for 5 to 10 minutes if it's not like a face mask. So I don't love with these that you have to leave them on your face to actually get results. I wish it was just ones you could swipe across your face and be done with it. So I would not go on my way to seek these out, also just because I'm trying to not use a lot of actives in my skincare routine right now, so I just don't really have the need for buying this product. And then for other little sample sizes, I have been on such a roll the past few months of using up my perfume samples. I feel like I have just been letting them sit there and have not been super great at actually picking them up before 2026. So I've been very proud of myself for using these up. So let's go through the scents. First and foremost was Daisy Wild by Marc Jacobs. This was the Ooh So Intense, but it's an Eau de Parfum. This one I remember thinking it was a pretty scent, but not one that I would really go on my way to ever pick up. Next was Idol Peach and Roses by Lancôme. Okay, while I did like how this smelled, this reminded me so much of Bubble Bath by Replica. Like it just has that kind of soft, powdery, clean scent that dries down to, that is similar to the Bubble Bath by Maison Margiela. So I like this, and I have like a wholesale body oil of the Bubble Bath, so I don't feel any need to like get a replacement for this. Also, unfortunately, most designer brands are not cruelty free, and if you guys don't know, like I try really hard not to buy products from brands that aren't cruelty free, especially like with my own money. If it's a free sample, that's one thing, but I try really hard not to buy and support those companies financially. Next is Myself from Yves Saint Laurent. Okay, this is like a men's cologne scent. Not to say women can't wear it. I just don't personally love like a men's cologne on myself, but this is such a nice smelling man's cologne in my opinion. Like it is just so perfectly like kind of woodsy and masculine without being so overpowering that it gives me a headache, which I find myself reacting to some colognes that way. So like if my future partner ever wore this, I would be more than happy with that because I think this is such a nice cologne scent. And then next I used the Jo Malone Beach Blossom cologne. I was so disappointed by this. So I love the Jo Malone Wood Sage and Sea Salt scent. So I was so excited to try this out because I haven't smelled many Jo Malone fragrances before. But this one was just so weak. Like after spraying it, I felt like I smelled like nothing. And you can kind of like smell it on the atomizer. But the projection on this was just so weak, and I just felt like there was no scent to this. And then last, I used Casablanca by House of Beau. That's probably not how that's pronounced. I really disliked this scent. It was just really strong and overpowering in my opinion. And I didn't love the way it smelled. Like, I'm trying to think how to describe it. It has almost like a sour, like tangy note to it. That is just not something that I reach for, so I would also really not ever repurchase that one. So the next little sample I'm working on is the Skylar Coconut Cove Eau de Parfum. All right, next I used up the Not Your Mother's Bodybuilding Plump for Joy dry shampoo. This is in the orange mango fragrance. I love this dry shampoo. If you guys saw all of my empties videos from 2025, you know that I went through, I believe, 7 or so of these last year. Here's the thing, I've been using it less in 2026 only because I've been rotating scents, because I have one that I like better for fall winter. This one I like better for spring summer just because it is the orange mango scent. That being said, I still really like this dry shampoo. I have issues sometimes with it leaving a white cast, but normally that blends out pretty easily. I think it does a pretty decent job of absorbing the oil and just giving my hair another day or two of freshness. So I do really love this, and I would absolutely repurchase this. Unfortunately, I don't have a back of it quite yet, and I still need to get one. So I only have my fall winter scent, which is the Eva NYC Freshen Up Invisible Dry Shampoo, which is a warm vanilla scent, and it has rice starch in it. So I love this, but I really do need to purchase another one of the Not Your Mother's, because it's just like not necessarily the scent profile that I'm reaching for with the warmer weather. And then next I used up the Eva NYC Stay Hydrated Leave-In Conditioner. This has hyaluronic acid and vegan collagen in it. This was an okay product. It didn't blow me away. Didn't feel like it was like life-changing. It was just like perfectly fine. I felt like you had to use a lot of this product to really feel any difference in your hair. And sometimes it left like a crunchy texture to my hair when you sprayed more of it. So I don't know, it was a little hard to like find that right balance of product where you could feel it and it softened your hair, but it didn't leave it crunchy. And it also didn't do quite as much as I would have liked for it to have done on the detangling side of things. I didn't feel like it made my hair any easier to detangle or any like softer or more like able to slide through. So I don't know, it was fine, but I would not be repurchasing this personally. So now I'm replacing it with the It's a 10 Miracle Leave-In product. I really love this product, and this is the 10 fluid ounce size of it. This is my last hair care empty from April. This is the OGX Bond Protein Repair Sealing Serum. It's supposed to repair and protect. I really did not like this product, you guys. I thought I was gonna like it way better than I ended up liking it. First of all, it was just a very hard product to get out. Like the pump only got out so much product, and then when it was about this empty, like I was having to like take the stopper out and like drop it into my hand because it was just not coming out through the pump. And then as you can see, there's still product in the bottom that I just could not get out for the life of me. And here's the thing, I felt like it didn't feel like it was doing anything for my hair, and there was times where I put this on where I felt like my hair felt more coarse or tangled than before I used this, which is really not ideal from a product. I'm gonna be honest, I don't fully understand bond repairing products. I don't always know how to tell if they're working or not, but I usually only wash my hair, at least during the winter, like once a week, and so I never know if I'm also just using these products enough to see a result. So I didn't feel like for the bond repair strengthening side of it that I saw a massive difference in my hair. So now the hair serum that I'm going to be using is the Redken Acidic Bonding Concentrate. This is a 24/7 night and day serum. I believe I only had one like a dental hygiene product for this past month. I used my TheraBreath. This is their Healthy Gums mouthwash. This is in the Clean Mint scent. Y'all, once I started using TheraBreath, I truly have like not had the desire to reach for any mouthwash other than this one. Before this, I used up the pink one, and then I just kind of been like rotating through to try the different scents. But truly, I loved this one so much. The pink one, it was great, and I liked how it felt. I don't know if I noticed a huge difference with it. But this one, I notice a difference. Here's the thing, y'all. I have sensitive gums, and like even when I'm staying on top of like my oral hygiene routine, I still have gums that will bleed. And like it's kind of frustrating, and like it's always frustrating at the dentist because they like act like my teeth suck because my gums are bleeding, even though I'm like, no, I'm brushing and all that. But Anyways, off of that tangent, truly when I was using this, I felt like my gums bled so much less than usual. So I was really thrilled to see that. I feel like this helped my gums so much, which I just have not found in another mouthwash. So once I get through the next one that I'm going to use, honestly, I'm probably just going to return to this one because I don't really feel the need to keep trying out the various TheraBreath types because this one worked so well for me. But that being said, I'm now using the TheraBreath, but this is their deep clean one. This is supposed to kill 99% of germs. I finished the Bath & Body Works Mountainside Mist. This is their gentle and clean foaming hand soap. This has the notes of chilled open air, fresh musk, and juniper berries. I loved this scent. This was like the perfect kind of clean, very clean, like perfect wintry scent. So I absolutely loved this. I have one of like the big carton refills for this scent, and then I have just like one of the reusable versions of this container. So I love this scent and I would absolutely repurchase it. This was such a great winter scent, but now we're into summer or spring, I guess. So I'm using up the Bath & Body Works Beautiful Day Hand Soap next. Okay, I guess sticking with like the clean hands theme a little bit, I finished up the Bath & Body Works Pocket Back in the scent Passion Fruit and Banana Flower. I loved this scent so much, and I'm so sad because, you know, like Bath & Body Works rotates out so many of their scents, so it's probably going to be a couple years before they bring this back for a summer scent, but this was like the most perfect spring summer scent ever. It's like kind of tropical, but you really get like that banana flower in it, and this just made me feel like I was on like a little beach vacation, and I loved this scent so much. It like really helped me spring into the spring and summer seasons type of scent. So I love this, and if I ever found it again, I would absolutely repurchase this scent. But now I'm using the same Bath & Body Works Pocket Back, but this is in the Fresh Amalfi Lemon scent. Okay, I believe I only have one shower product, which is the Bath & Body Works Eucalyptus and Spearmint Sugar Body Scrub with jojoba oil. I was so disappointed because I did not like this product, and I thought I was going to, because here's the thing. I love a good body scrub, and I love the Eucalyptus and Spearmint scent from Bath & Body Works. It's probably my favorite scent from them, but I did not love this scrub. Here's the thing, compared to like a Tree Hut or a Dove where the sugar is incorporated with whatever like the liquid product is, and this, they were fully separate. So like the sugar grains were fully separate from the jojoba oil. So what that meant was if all of the sugar was not covered by the oil, which it wasn't always, the sugar chunks got so hard and like dry, and like it was like big sugar pieces too. Like it felt like big, like those like natural brown sugar like packets, you know, like that's the size that it felt. And so it could be like so like dried out and hard that it would be like, kind of painful to scrub on. So I did not love that the two components were separate, because I feel like it really affected how well the sugar part of the scrub actually worked. So I love this scent. I would not repurchase this scrub, unfortunately. But I'm now using the First Aid Beauty KP Bump Eraser Body Scrub. This has 10% AHA, and it is in the strawberry scent. I used up the Mita Rice Low pH Hydrating Cleanser with Mung Bean. This was like a perfectly okay face wash in my opinion. It's not my favorite ever, but I didn't hate it, and it was like fine enough for my sensitive skin. I liked the scent to it. It had kind of like a fresh, almost like grassy kind of spa-like scent to it, so I really liked the scent. I just think I have face washes that I like a little bit more than this, that I see just a little bit better results from. But this is one where like if I was out of all my face washes and like I was in a TJ Maxx and like really just needed to pick something up, I would definitely pick this up. It's just not gonna be one that I'm gonna like intentionally rebuy as a backup because I have a face wash that I like better. And the face wash that I like better is the Beauty of Joseon. This is their Green Plum Refreshing Cleanser. I love this cleanser so much. It is like the perfect gentle cleanser in my routine because I'm trying to figure out my skincare routine and using less actives, using less harsh products in my routine. And this has been so great for it. I feel like it gets my skin feeling clean without leaving it feeling stripped, and there's no harsh like exfoliants in it or active ingredients. So I love this face wash and I'm just using it morning and night now. And then I also used the Point of View Whip It Hydrating Whipped Cream. Okay, I didn't love this product, but I think that's just because of my skin type, not because of the product. So a couple things about it. If you guys don't like having to dig your hand into products, it does have like a little spatula on the twist top, which I thought was a nice touch to it. I think this was just a little too rich for my skin because I was noticing that I was starting to get some like whiteheads from this when I was using it. Like in the morning, I'd wake up to whiteheads. So because it was just a little bit too thick and hydrating for my skin, I did switch to only using it on my neck, and it was like perfectly fine. It's ironic because it was too thick for my face skin, but it wasn't quite as hydrating on my neck as other products that I've used. So it was thick, but not necessarily hydrating, if that makes sense. So I would not repurchase this, but I'm sure there's people that have a skin type that would really like this. It just didn't agree with my skin type. So now for my evening moisturizer, I am using the Prequel Half and Half Peptides and Ceramides Fluid Moisturizer. And then we are in the home stretch, y'all. You guys have been listening to me yap for quite a while, but we just have some makeup empties left. So first and foremost, I have the LA Girl Pro Color Foundation Mixing Pigment. Obviously, this is in the white shade. I love this product so much. First of all, super affordable. Second of all, it is so hard for me to find complexion products that actually work for me because I have a very neutral undertone, and most products still pull either pink or orange on me, even if they say that they have neutral undertones. So I finally found my foundation product that works for me, but unfortunately it's the right shade for me in the summer, but not in the winter, and they don't really have one that would be a good winter shade for me. So that's where this little guy comes in handy because I can add however much of this I need to that foundation to make it the right shade for me when I'm paler without changing the undertones at all. So like truly such a lifesaver product. I love this. I love that it means that the one foundation product I found that works for me and makes it so that I can use it year round. So all that being said, unsurprisingly, I am just replacing it with the exact same thing because I can't imagine not having this in my like makeup container to not have at this point. Next, I used up the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive with Aloe. This is a clear one. It has a brush. This is perfectly fine. It is not my favorite lash glue ever on the market, but if I can't find my favorite one, like this is a perfectly fine second option. I will say I don't feel like it has quite the length of hold and grip that my favorite one does. So it's just not quite as long lasting as I like from a lash glue, especially because like there's a lot of times where I'm wearing my lashes for like a 12+ hour day where I'm out and about doing stuff, and so like I need my lashes stuck down, and sometimes I'll get lifting on the inner corner when using this one. So let me go grab it, but I do have my favorite lash glue back in stock. All right, my favorite lash glue ever. And this is coming from someone who's literally been wearing lashes since like their sophomore year of high school. So at least a decade at this point. So I know my lash glue, but this is the Duo Brush On Adhesive with Vitamins. It is the green one and it has the brush head on it. This is truly my ride or die eyelash glue. I never want to have to use anything other than this if I can help it. It holds my lashes so well. It has such an easy application. It makes putting on the glue evenly so easy. Lasts me throughout the day. I cannot hype this up enough. I love this lash glue. And then for a product I did not love, this is the Blink Tubing Brow Juice. This is a tinted brow product, and here's the thing. It just, sorry, I don't even know where to begin with how much I did not like this product. So when you take it out on the spoolie, either no product comes out or what comes out is like a super gloopy mess. And since it's tinted, you can kind of see like when it goes on really gloopy and like not really precise and exact, like how I like for brow glue to be. I hated it. I thought when it came out gloopy, it was so thick, and you could like see in person on the brows like how they would be like clumped up, and like you could see like the thick parts on it. I just like it didn't spread super well, and like I don't know, I didn't like it. Also, I will say when I would wash this out, it would pull my eyebrow hairs out, and that is not normally an issue I have with brow glues, but because it would go on so thick sometimes that to get the product off, it was pulling out my brow hairs. So I would not repurchase this product, and instead I am using a Benefit 24-hour brow setter in the clear shade. And then last but certainly not least, I used the NYX Professional Makeup Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Espresso. Sorry, I couldn't remember which of these was the empty. This is the empty. I love this product so much. It is like my ride or die brow pencil. It's what I have on right now. Because here's the thing that I love about it. Well, there's multiple things that I love about it. One, it says it's a micro brow pencil, but as you can see, truly the tip of it is like so tiny, which means that on days when I'm wearing a little heavier makeup and I use some brow pomade, this is perfect for going in and just filling in some of the empty areas and just filling in the front of my brows a little bit. But on days like today, or on days where I'm wearing even like less makeup than this, it gives like the perfect little just like hint of a brow, so I don't look like totally brownless, but it's soft enough that it's not like a 2016 eyebrow on me. So I love this. It looks pretty decently natural. It blends out really easily with a spoolie. I love this. As you can see, I bought the exact same product as a backup, and I will absolutely keep buying this product. I love this. This is like my favorite brow product ever. Okay, with how I had everything spread out on the ground, I totally accidentally missed 2 products. So let's go over those real quick. First and foremost is the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Setting Spray. I love this setting spray. I was not a believer in setting sprays until I tried this. I actually was like, I don't think setting sprays actually do anything at all. But then I tried this, and truly, I do not like my makeup unless I am using this setting spray. This combined with the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder has been my hack to getting my makeup to last through an entire day. I do have skin that leans a little bit oily, especially in the summer, and with these two, like, I don't get excessively oil. I feel like my makeup actually lasts throughout the day without looking like it's melting off or going patchy or anything like that. So I will never stop singing the praises of it. I know this is a very mixed reviewed product, but for my skin type and my makeup routine, I love this so much. So unsurprisingly, I am replacing it with just the exact same product. And then I also totally forgot my body lotion, which is the Bath & Body Works X Sweethearts Forever Sweet Ultimate Hydration Body Cream. This has the fragrance notes of candy grape, sweet berry, and powdered sugar. I am so sad because this was a limited edition product because it was their collaboration with Sweethearts. But oh my gosh, this is truly one of my favorite scented products I have ever gotten from Bath & Body Works. It smells exactly like this little like Sweethearts candies, and like it just like takes me back to elementary school. It is like such a nostalgic scent. They nailed the scent. It smells so good, and like I wish I had gotten backups of this scent at the time, but I was trying to not overconsume and whatever, and so it's probably good I didn't get backups, but I love this scent so much, and I'm pretty sad that it's no longer in my collection. On the hydration side of things, I know people don't love Bath & Body Works lotions and don't think they're super hydrating. I do kind of get that. By no means is this like a thick hydrating product, so if you have dry skin, it's definitely not going to do that for you. But for me, I don't like how super thick hydrating products feel on my skin, so I think these have a nice hydration level for me, but I know that they are not everyone's cup of tea, and I'm replacing it with the EOS Shea Butter. This is their 24-hour moisture body lotion in the coconut waters scent. Let me count and I will tell you guys how many empties I have in total. If I counted correctly, I believe I have 25 empties in total for April, which is great because my yearly goal for my empties is 260 products, which means I need to be emptying about 22 to 23 products a month. So I am right on target with that and slightly above. So keep watching either my YouTube shorts or my TikTok, because that is where I post my more like real-time monthly empty updates. And a lot of those I will also show you guys like what all the products are I have in my back stock, and then come back at the end of May or beginning of June to see my May empties roundups and replacements. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.